Hello and welcome to another Wilderness Tamed video, and in this one we're planting plug plants which you may have bought from my store, which will be the last of the stock because I'm just going to concentrate on seeds as of next year. But anyway, this is what you want to do when you get them. So I've got a selection here in a tray and I've started planting a few already. You can just make them out there in the turf. There's a selection of hawkspits. These are greater knapweed. We've got scabious, red clover, purple loosestrife, greater bird's foot trefoil, and at the back there's some sneezewort. Sneezewort and purple loosestrife because areas of this lawn are quite wet. Further down there's a patch where there's some orchids growing, so we'll probably put those damp tolerant plants in there. But up here in the drier patch we're going to just increase the colour. As you can see from the uncut area there's not a great amount of colour in there. Small stuff like what do we have in here? Speedwells, meadow buttercup. This is just fading remnants of some campanula over there on that side, and and the ragwort, which features in another video. So we're going to add a little bit of height and a little bit more variety of colour with these plants. So what I'm doing, if I can do this one-handed, I'm actually going to clear an area of thatch, some of this moss, and as you can see down below the moss, soil is quite nice and damp soil, in contrast to the surroundings which look very dry. And then using a trowel, create a nice little take out a little plug, equivalent in size to the root ball, excavate a bit of that, pick a plant from the tray and pop it in. And it is as simple as that. And now I'm going to use this nice damp moss just as a sort of a mulch mat around that little plug. And that'll help keep the root ball nice and moist and cool whilst the plant establishes into the surrounding ground. And that's all there is to it. You can see the plug plants in this recently scythed patch of meadow lawn, if you like, wildflower lawn, and they now have, it's August now, so they now have the rest of August, September, October to get their roots into the ground and establish. And next year we'll start to provide a bit of colour. And yeah, off you go. Get yourself some plug plants, get a freshly cut section of lawn that you don't use, and get it planted up with something interesting rather than just grass. So this essentially is kept mown and formal, but only as an access path from the bottom of the garden, from the steps up to the greenhouse. There's a little patio there, and then down this way to the compost bin, which is seldom used, to be honest. And on this side we've had lots of colour from the vetch, the campanula, there's some hoary plantain in here, buttercups and all kinds of bits and bobs. So hey, what are you waiting for? Go to wildernesstamed.com/store and buy some plants and seeds. Thanks for watching. Happy gardening.